There's the front door of the shop. When I first came here back in the 1970s, this used to be our fasteners department. You can still see by the markings on the floor where the old racks used to be on the parquet flooring. Don't worry, we're going to reuse that. It's all going to be repurposed. Beautiful old parquet flooring. Been there since the 1920s. Down here, not many people knew this, but we had a cellar, properly tanked out. That used to carry all sorts of precious materials. All sorts of things were down there over the years. Coming through in this department. Back in those days, we were big into gas pipe fittings. I remember this was all racked out with pipe fittings, British standard pipe, all sorts of different sizes, which we had supplied throughout the university. There's some examples of the pipe work at the far end there being used. Anyway, coming through here into the main shop. In more recent times, that room was used as a backstock area for power tools. And coming through here into the extension, which was put onto the back of the shop. That, I think I mentioned in another video, is where the back of the shop was back in the 60s, 70s. And we used to have a counter. Again, you can see from the floor markings and the fact and the wear on here, just where our counter used to be. My word, I'm just getting upset. So that was one big long counter here, which now is presently living in my stepmother's house. That's a big long table. One of our managers actually, bit of a sacrilege, he took a chainsaw to 10 foot of it. It used to be 40 foot long, or thereabouts. One piece of mahogany, about 1.5 inches thick, and 40 foot long. Quite something. Anyway, as I say, it's now been repurposed as a table. You can see from the floor where some of the stands used to be. More of our own pipe fittings. And then through here, back here, it used to be a big door, and it used to be where our big Bedford lorry used to back in here. This was garaging, big door, and it's said, I'm sure it's true, that my grandfather used to start work at 6 a.m. back in the 1920s, 30s, and if somebody was late by 1 minute, they were locked out on the other side of that door, and they were not allowed in until 1/4 the hour, and that wages were duly docked. How times change. Anyway, coming through here. See, as I say, that used to be the back of the shop, and tradesmen used to come up, they'd queue up outside, and we had about 8 staff behind the counter there, all in smocks, as I recall it, sort of khaki smocks. Coming through into the bottom part of the white building, where we used to do all our power tools in days gone by. So those windows haven't been open for a while. We have locks and security and key cutting. The key cutting machine there waiting to be collected. And coming through here, more paperwork that needs to be kept. According to the government, you have to keep it 7 years and then shred it and whatever. I don't think anybody's ever referred to it, but I suppose if they ever want to come and check, you've got to keep it. Computers galore, cash office, the old shop manager's office. And then through this back door here, into what used to be our engineering works. My father's favourite place. some of the things, if these walls could speak, some of the amazing engineering works that have been done in here. I remember coming here at one point. My father developed a machine for making seamless pipes, and that took up all of this area here. And over there in that far corner, we actually produced I think it was 15-meter high tower in sections for making, it was early days of fibre optic cable. So it's just wandering through, and then through into the fabrication department. Used to be in here. You see all the big cranage, fireworks containers there at the moment. It's full of all sorts. This building used to go all the way to the door, the road to New Street. Those doors were shifted when we created the car park. Anyway, in here we built things like the radio telescopes that were built for Martin Ryle and Professor Hewish out on Barton Road at the radio astronomy department. Barry Smith and his team, absolutely extraordinary. The Astronomer Royal used to come and sketch drawings on the floor. Dad used to bring his drawing office, his drawing board down here and take the details from the chalk drawings by Martin Ryle and convert them into engineering drawings. Extraordinary. Yes. There's my world famous Rogues Gallery. Hopefully no more need for that. Anyway, there's a little bit of a tour. A building full of memories. I will post some more at a later date.